I'd like to take this opportunity to also mention another Stafford County hero. Earlier this week, we laid Marine Staff Sergeant David Stewart to rest. Sergeant Stewart was killed in the line of duty in Afghanistan just a few weeks ago. He had served 5 tours overseas and was a highly decorated and highly respected Marine. He was a graduate of North Stafford High School, and his family lives here in Stafford. Sergeant Stewart left behind his wife Christine and 2 beautiful children. He is gone, but will never be forgotten. We should continue to honor him and all that he stood for. Freedom is not free, but because of people like Sergeant David Stewart and all of the military service members who are defending our nation today and in the past, Americans are a free people.
But while we recognize and celebrate our founders, we also recognize, as Supervisor Cavalier has said, that this freedom that we are able to enjoy is not free. It is paid for, and often paid for dearly, by our men and women in the armed forces over the years, and those men and women who have sacrificed their all. We want to hold dear today and remember in our hearts and prayers our men and women in the armed services here and abroad and their families.
We know we would not be the nation we are today without both General George Washington and President George Washington. And if you see what he learned here and how he took that entrepreneurial spirit, went on to become a land surveyor, went out across the state of Virginia and now what is today West Virginia, plying his craft, learning, coming back, understanding what he needed to do and what his nation needed him to do. It was quite compelling. He donned the uniform for the nation very humbly, was a reluctant leader, but when he was put in the position to lead this nation, he did so both honorably and nobly. And he was in the right place at the right time. You know, there are many points in the Revolutionary War where things could have gone the other direction. But if it weren't for General George Washington's leadership, we might have lost that conflict, and we might not be the nation we are today.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,